This is a broadcast of SmallCapVoice.com, a financial communications and investor relations firm. SmallCapVoice.com receives payment for investor relations and financial consulting services that it provides to its clients. You should assume that officers, directors, and employees of SmallCapVoice.com or financial analysts mentioned and their families hold a position and intend to trade in these securities for their own accounts. This is not an offer or recommendation to buy or sell securities. Information in this broadcast is presented solely for informative purposes and is not intended to be, nor should it be construed as, investment advice. As in all investments, an investment in the featured company carries an investment risk. Listeners should review the company thoroughly with a registered investment advisor or registered stockbroker. This broadcast does not purport to be a complete study of the featured company or other companies mentioned. Information used and statements of fact have been obtained from the featured company and other sources but not verified nor guaranteed by SmallCapVoice.com as to completeness or accuracy. Such information is subject to change without notice.
You're wired in. SmallCapVoice.com. Following is a presentation of SmallCapVoice.com, today's leader in investor relations, capital formation, and retail support. Now, with your online business briefing, SmallCapVoice.com's Stuart T. Smith.
Welcome one, welcome all to this online business briefing brought to you by SmallCapVoice.com. And as you just heard, I'm your host, Stuart Smith. Now, we're joined once again by U-Vend Incorporated. They're traded on the OTCQB under the ticker symbol UVND. And we're lucky enough to be joined by the Chief Executive Officer of U-Vend Incorporated, Ray Myers. Ray, how are you today?
I'm doing great today, Stuart. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to call in and provide your personal insight into the recent news for the company. Well, what does that mean, listeners? That means we've already done an audio interview with the company where we went over the management team, the business model, and the markets for the company. We'd love to have you refer back to that if you have not heard that one. But we're going to start with some news that came out June 25th. U-Vend Incorporated Southern California growth path widens as self-serve kiosk installations accelerate. So we could take from that headline that business is going well. Let's talk about the Southern California market, Ray.
Well, the Southern California market is exploding right now with us. Back in October of last year, we acquired the territorial rights for Southern California and the Las Vegas region for the Mini Melts product that we had previously discussed. And we installed in the first quarter 24 additional machines. So now we're over 50 machines right now that's up and running in Southern California, mostly in large retailers and large entertainment centers. And the demand for the product has far exceeded our expectations.
Well, in this press release, it talks about last October how U-Vend acquired the territory rights from Mini Melts USA Incorporated for this territory as well as the greater Las Vegas area. And I want to point out that these two markets alone contain over 28 million consumers. And it sounds like you've got a great path to those consumers by these high traffic areas that you're going into, Ray.
Yes, we really do. We anticipate closing the year at around 80 units installed. Our contract with Mini Melts calls for 100 units by the end of 2016, so we're far exceeding that, and it's all based upon demand.
Well, listeners, I want you to learn more about this company as you listen to this interview. You could do so by going to U-Vend, VEND.com. Of course, that's available within the press release, as is their Twitter and their Facebook. Well, there's been more exciting news from the company here in the past 30 days. Let's jump into another press release. And as I mentioned, that other market being the Las Vegas market, June 30th, U-Vend Incorporated launches strategic expansion of self-serve kiosks into the Las Vegas marketplace. Wow, I talk about it and it happens. That's the beauty of an audio interview. Now let's talk about Las Vegas. Tell me a little more about this market, Ray.
Well, Las Vegas market is over 2 million people in only 140 square miles. So it's heavily populated. And we installed our first machines out there on June 30th, actually. and they're exceeding our expectations so far just after a couple of weeks. We anticipate putting additional machines out there in the third and fourth quarter, and we view Las Vegas as virgin territory in that mini melts have never been out there, and the demand for our product, for the mini melts product, seems to be extremely strong.
Well, and there's also another theme in here, and that is your NHL-themed ice cream product. And we have heard the news, if you're a sports fan, Las Vegas is always angling for more professional sports. It's a great market, the NCAA tournaments out there, lots of sports fans out there. And I know NHL has been talked about being awarded a franchise, being awarded to Las Vegas. This would work perfectly with you and your product, right, Ray?
Oh, 100%. As you know, the NHL has their season-ending awards banquet and events and draft in Las Vegas each year, and we believe that we're uniquely positioned to exploit our NHL agreement that we have with them for our novelty ice cream product in the Las Vegas territory.
And it's important to note that while it does have a very dense population, over 2 million people living in just under 140 square miles, as Ray pointed out, well, what else do we know about Vegas? 41 million consumers visit Vegas a year. That's the estimate. So lots of potential consumers and lots of people taking that Mini Melts ice cream idea with them back home as they leave Las Vegas. So another opportunity for you and your company there. Well, speaking about the NHL, let's jump into July 7th. U-Vend Incorporated announces partnership agreement with the Anaheim Ducks Rinks program. What is the Rinks program, Ray?
Well, the Rinks program is the Anaheim Ducks has 7 practice rinks or rinks that are open to the public, and they run leagues, hockey leagues, instructional leagues, and it's very closely aligned with the Anaheim Ducks. So we had negotiated with the Anaheim Ducks Rinks program to be a sponsor of the Rinks program, and we have installed our Mini Melts equipment in the 7 Rinks locations, and things are going very well.
Well, I think there's something I need to point out. We talk a lot about differentiated business models, things like that on this audio interview podcast here. But what we have here is not so much multiple revenue streams, but multiple markets. And I think the best thing is they're all in your backyard. The company's located in Southern California. You remember that first press release where we talked about the market penetration in Southern California? Well, close proximity to that is Las Vegas. Then we wrap up with this Anaheim one, which is in the same area as your company. So there's a lot going on, and there's a huge market right outside your door. Is that a fair assessment, Ray?
You are right on, Stuart. The population of Southern California, next to Las Vegas, this is the entertainment capital of the world out here. The number of tourists, the number of people that live in this area, the beautiful weather, mostly throughout the whole year, just begs for ice cream purchases. And that's what we're trying to focus in on through our Mini Melts product and also through our novelty ice cream with license with the NHL.
Yeah, I can think of another area not too far from me. You talk about Vegas. Well, I won't be surprised, I'll put it that way, if I see some news about Phoenix and someplace like that where, again, it begs for ice cream all year round with that weather. Well, Ray, I want to thank you for your time, your candor, and your personal insight into your company's press releases here today at SmallCapVoice.com. As we always say, we look forward to great things from you and your company here in 2015 and beyond. Thanks for your time today, Ray.
Well, thank you for having me, Stuart.
All right. For Ray Myers, this is Stuart Smith saying thanks so much for listening.
SmallCapVoice.com, today's leader in investor relations, capital formation, and retail support, provides its clients with the highest level of service. Our audio interviews are disseminated to one of the largest opt-in audiences available today. How? We at SmallCapVoice.com believe in aligning and affiliating ourselves with other leaders within the investor relations community. By sharing resources, each affiliated firm is made that much stronger and each client is served that much better. Our focus is to identify and provide the very best financial services and solutions available to clients and their shareholders. For more information about our services, please call us at 512-267-2430 or visit us on the web at www.smallcapvoice.com.